Hôm nay làm lễ ra trường của con mình mà nó chết như mình đi máy bay vậy các bạn. Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube Mai Tiết USA. Chúc các bạn một ngày mới vui vẻ. Hôm nay là ngày ra trường của con mình, là nó đã tốt nghiệp xong lớp 12.
Rebecca Hathaway.
Mình quay lại những kỷ niệm đặng mình quay lại
Nicole McGeechy Smith.
để biết về cách thức của nước Mỹ
Jordan Diaz
như thế nào. Để ra trường này thì nó rất đông,
Lena Thomas,
cho nên nó phải mượn cái rạp hát để nó làm lễ. Mà tổng cộng cái trường học này thì nó là trên 4.000 học sinh, mà
Cindy
học sinh lớp
Garcia
12 ra trường thì khoảng 1.000 học sinh, cho nên cái khoản các chứa nó phải mượn cái rạp hát này.
Ayana Peterson.
Thì bây giờ các bạn cùng mình xem ha.
DeAndre Collington.
109th commencement ceremony. I'm going to introduce members of our faculty and guests who are sitting on stage, but before I do that, I did want to thank and also acknowledge 3 assistant principals who could not be here today because we are running a full day of school. So I did want to acknowledge Mr. Richard Francesi, our AP of Security, Mr. Alan Stagg, our Assistant Principal of Organization, and Mr. Albert Peterson, our Assistant Principals of Programming, Assistant Principal of English, Ms. Suzanne Jacobs, our Assistant Principal of Physical Education, Mr. Anthony Odita, and our Coordinator of World Languages, Mr. Max Pinsky. I would like to introduce Ms. Patricia Murdoch, our Administrative Assistant to the College and Career Office, our College Advisor, Ms. Karen Giordano, our College Advisor, Ms. Lauren Monaco. I'm going to introduce the members of the guidance staff now. Mr. Romeg Lamath, Ms. Stephanie Gluck, Ms. Jody Millman, Ms. Nicole Rodriguez, Ms. Philomena Daniels, Mr. Brandon Bennett, Ms. Angela Cho, Ms. Mindy Osansky, Ms. Katie Nakunis, Ms. Sakina Simon, Ms. Tara Nardone, Ms. Kendra Lane, and Ms. Marguerite Allen. Your guidance counselors played an amazing role in organizing this graduation, so thank you to them. In our third row, we have the recipient of the Sidney Millman Excellence in Teaching Award, Ms. Lisa Ali. Our Senior Vice President, Catherine Zhang. Our Senior President, Awash Khan. Our Mayor of Midwood, Ms. Nafisa Haq. Our salutatorian, Coco Z. Our valedictorian, Lian Hao Zhang. Our coordinator of student activities, Mr. Lawrence Kalakdin. The president of the Parents Association, Sheila Quinteros. The best parent coordinator in the city of New York, Ms. Carol Ardito. The secretary to the principal, who is retiring, so we have a little something something for her, Ms. Connie Pasalakwa. This was the voice you heard every time you tried to call the principal's office. And the woman who pretty much single-handedly has coordinated this, worked with King's Theater, and has kept me sane, my administrative assistant, Miss Roberta Burns. And finally, our brand new Assistant Principal of Special Education Services, Ms. Christine Nunez. Our Assistant Principal of Life Sciences, Mr. Tobia Rosenfeld. Our Assistant Principal of Physical Sciences and new mama for the second time, Janessa Kornacker. Our Assistant Principal of Administration and Technology, Mr. Camille Krasuski. And last but not least, our Principal, Mr. Michael McDonald.
No, please, remain seated, don't stand, please, please. I want to make it clear, I did have a song solo that I was going to lead off with, but after the wonderful national anthem, I think I'll save that for another day. Welcome, no, I'm not singing, no. Welcome to beautiful King's Theater, to the best day in the high school year for all of us. It's the day where we get to see all of the achievement and all of the things that make Midwood a wonderful place in action. So just to give you a couple of opening remarks, as many of you know, this will be my last year as principal of this wonderful school. So I thought for my speech I would go a little old school and go back to a movie. You know, back when we were young, folks, I hate to break it to you, there was a time where if you wanted to watch something on TV, you had to actually be home when it was on. Yes, right? In other words, you just couldn't YouTube it. You couldn't put it on DVR. You had to actually be home. And so therefore, there's a lot of movies that some of us older folks consistently made sure we were home for. For me, it was The Wizard of Oz. If you remember The Wizard of Oz, of course, we have three different characters looking, actually 4 different characters looking for things that they feel like they don't have. But in the end, they had all along. Well, I say they should have just come here because we have those characteristics in all of you here today. And we'll start off with heart, of course, the Tin Man, looking for heart. So I'm going to ask you, anyone here who has participated in sing, stand up. Yeah. Remain standing. Anyone who has participated in a club while at Midwood High School, stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the heart of Midwood High School. And of course, the other characters, of course, one of them is looking for courage. Well, he should have just come here today, because this is where we're going to find the courage. If you've ever played a sport for Midwood High School, stand up. And if you've stand up, remain standing. And if you ever had to go through remote learning in a year and a half of COVID to get to this point, stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the courage of Midwood High School. Sorry, folks, we're going to get you up and down today. Not finally, but the third character, of course, is looking for brains. Well, he came to the right place. If you are receiving special honors today, stand up. If you ever took an advanced placement class at Midwood High School, stand up. And finally, if you're going to graduate from the best school in New York City today, stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the brains of Midwood High School. Well, no, remain standing, sorry. And finally, the last character, of course, is Dorothy, who all she wants to do is go home. So we're going to mimic what Dorothy did. We're going to stand up. We're going to click our heels 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And repeat after me. There's no place like Midwood. There's no place like Midwood. And let them hear it down at Goldstein and in Madison and Erasmus. There's no place like Midwood. Remember, folks, you can come back to Midwood and stand up. Remain standing. Get the blood flow. Remember, you can come back to Midwood anytime, folks. When you make your first million, please write that first check to Midwood High School. Today is your day. This is your world out there, folks. You're all ready to make this world a better place. Now go out there and do it. Thank you.
Efforts and achievements of the class of 2022. The 4 years that we went through weren't easy. We have gone through many challenges and transitions that most graduating classes probably never experienced. Although we made it to the end of our short journey, we should recall our 4 years of glory, hard work, and accomplishments. Starting as a freshman at Midwood, we experienced how being in high school differed from junior high and how it would lead us to college. It was a turning point when a sudden spark of independence and maturity was triggered to fit the definition of a high school student. Getting program cards, IDs, and Metro cards all on the same day seemed very blurry and new, but also exciting.
Good morning. My name is Antonio Reynoso, and I'm the president of the greatest borough in the city of New York, the center of the universe that is Brooklyn, New York. All right. Well, it's an absolute honor to be here today with you all, and not only celebrating this milestone with you, but also this is my first graduation season in my new role as the Brooklyn Borough President. So I'm very excited that we're sharing something together. And I'm going to tell you that today you will not hear me give you the silver bullet or tell you the silver bullet that can make all your dreams come true, because there isn't one. I won't tell you the secret to becoming a mega successful business owner, because I know very little about business. And I also chose to be an elected official, which is also why I won't tell you how to become a millionaire either. What I am prepared to share with you today is all of the things that aligned in my life to get me to where I am when I was just about your age and sitting where you are today. I was born and raised in the south side of Williamsburg in Brooklyn to immigrant parents from the Dominican Republic. All right. There's always a couple. My sisters and I grew up on welfare, food stamps, and Section 8. There wasn't a government program that existed in my life that we didn't need to take advantage of it to make sure that we had equity and an opportunity, a belly full of food and a roof over our head. However, regardless of my realization of my childhood poverty, I didn't let it define me. It didn't keep me down or discourage me from what I wanted to pursue. The realization was honestly that while the beginning of my life story was written by someone else, my parents, or something else, my circumstances, the rest of the chapters can be written by me. So I decided to grab that pen and take my story into a different direction. But that direction didn't come naturally or immediately. You see, I thrived at many things in college, but one of them wasn't necessarily my academic career. You see, I did all right. I got decent grades, but my parents weren't hanging the transcript on the fridge, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But I met in my sophomore year, I met a counselor by the name of Carl Thomas. He gave me a reality check, telling me to stop being lazy and encouraged me to give back to Black and brown communities around me. He told me that if I didn't get it together, I would be back on the block, wasting potential that at that time only he saw. Mr. Thomas said I should do something constructive with my life, and I gave it a shot and decided to tutor 6th grade math on the east side of Syracuse to Puerto Rican children. I put together a flyer and invited some folks, and I thought all my friends would show up, the 5 of them. And instead, we had over 30 young men of color showed up to tutor that day. And it was the first time that I saw what we could possibly do if we come together and affect meaningful change. You see, these kids in the east side of Syracuse had never seen a person that looked like them that went to college. So maybe we didn't teach them math and English, but their ceiling had just been shattered. They just saw for the first time that they have an opportunity to go to college. You see, at that time, I started to seriously think more about what I wanted to do with my life and where I wanted to go once I graduated from college. And I decided to do something through the leadership of a man by the name of Barack Obama, who became the President of the United States. Can we give Barack Obama a round of applause? And Barack Obama said, become an organizer. Go into your community, affect change. So that's what I did. I organized child care providers, who are women that take care of children in their home, that in the past were looked at as glorified babysitters versus what we thought they were, which was early childhood educators. So they became part of the UFT union and now get better wages. They get insurance, they get pensions. These are all things that I wanted to fight for. I did that at the age of 22. It was my first victory in organizing. And from there, I decided I wanted to do more. So I went back to my district where I grew up in Wintersburg and decided to run for office. And I became a council member in 2013. I did 8 years of that. And it was great because I got to actually change the things that affected me every single day. The basketball court I used to play in, the school I used to go to when I was in elementary school, removing trucks out of our streets in one of the places that has the highest asthma rates. Then I decided to punch a little bit above my weight class and run for this office here, borough president. And in doing so, became the youngest person to ever hold this seat in the city of New York for a 4-year term. Thank you. The first Latino to hold this seat in Brooklyn, and the first Dominican to hold it in the city of New York. And I say all this because there's one lesson I really want you guys to learn. It's about finding what you love, and that is very difficult to do. There are many people behind us, there's many people behind you that are chasing their second, third, and fourth love. They're still going after it, finding out what it is they want to do, what they love to do, and seeing if they can apply their lives and build careers behind what they love. But you all, you're in the beginning stages of all that. And in our time, if we love something, the people around us might not love the same thing we love. We live.
Alexandra Liras. Kathy Lau. Huda Tombo. LaShawn Dylan Golden. Symphony Jones. Herb Constant. Jamal Hellisner. Samuel Akindipe. Kathy Chan. Winnie Yam. Zisen Lin. Leah Haley. Marvin Fung.
Cái ông vậy, ông mẹ cha ông.
Jonathan Joseph.
Ông cũng quậy ớn luôn.
Allison Casanova.
Coi coi. Mẹ.
Kimberly Sabrina Sacco.
Không, tôi còn nhìn con tôi được.
Fanny Young Ganonawa.
Catherine Zong. Elda Nasimi. Biorli Joaquin. Alejandra Craig Lawrence. Kelly Lee. Ethan Chen. Giselle Reyes. Cassandra Syriac. Solomon Fisher. Ziswang Zhao. Sona Umad. Nikita Robinson. Ashley Tang. Andrew Jurgis.
standing, and you can, please rise. And welcome Alejandra Craig Lawrence, Violari.
I'm back. Well, here we go. At the graduating class, please stand up. You are now going to take your tassel and move it to the other side. And wait till I read what I have to read. So, dear graduates, the faculty of Midwood High School has found you fit and has recommended you for graduation. Therefore, acting upon this recommendation and by the virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of the Regents of the State of New York and the Department of Education of the City of New York, I declare that all candidates for graduation who have successfully met all course requirements are now graduates of Midwood High School. Jordan, take it away.
Bây giờ mình kết thúc video tại đây nha các bạn. Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi video của mình.